Hey, Phantomaniacs, welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are looking at the Shredder Worms of Madness set from NECA, from their Mirage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collection. This is great because it's from the Return to New York storyline where the Foot Clan, as opposed to the live-action movies where they just dug him out of the trash, the Foot Clan used these worms to reconstitute Shredder after he was killed by the Turtles at the beginning of the first story arc. Actually, no, Return to New York was part of that first arc because they left, then they went back, just like in the movie. So anyway, they reconstituted Shredder, and he's basically made of worms. But this includes a regular Shredder as well, which is something that I have been wanting because all that's been available lately is the battle damage Shredder, which is not the one that I want. Like, it's fine, whatever, but I just need a regular Shredder to put on the shelf. So this is in the standard packaging with that cool old school comic book style. Release number 43 in the line. Got some cool action going on in the back. I don't have Karai yet, and I feel like I need her. I do have Leatherneck, or Leatherneck. That's how used to talking about G.I. Joe I am. Leatherhead, who will be getting reviewed, I guess, probably next week. But let's go ahead and open these Shredders up. I'm so excited to be adding a proper Shredder to the shelf. Uh-oh, is my little cutter starting to run out of juice? Doesn't make any sense. I don't care. I like this, the pacing of this line has been very satisfying to me, and I guess part of that is because NECA has so many Ninja Turtles lines, and they really seem to be focusing on the Last Ronin stuff. Oh, I love that. Look at this backdrop. This is something new. Typically, it's just been that New York City artwork. This is very cool. I like something a little different here. Classy funeral for Shredder. Gotta burn him. Gotta be sure. Tons of stuff in here. But yeah, the NECA really seems to be focusing on Last Ronin, which I have not read. I bought one figure because she looked cool. The reviews here on the channel, because it's basically an Elektra figure. But I'm not getting into those. I just can't. You can't collect everything, and if it's a segment of Ninja Turtles that I just don't have any connection to, and I'm not saying I'll never read Last Ronin, and I'm not giving any opinions on it because I haven't read it, but it just hasn't made its way into my awareness. I've heard it's great. And the designs are awesome. Like, every time I see one of the new figures, I think, oh man, that's cool. I'd like to have that. And then I remember, oh, I collect 24 other action figure lines. I cannot get into something that I have no real attachment to. Because as I've mentioned before, the days of buying stuff just because it's cool, those days are over. And have been since before, you know, what we're experiencing as a country right now. Like, prices have just been going up nonstop. Well, I guess, okay, so not as a result of what we're experiencing as a country right now, but as a result of what we've been experiencing as a country for the past 40 years. How about that? So we get one little worm, which there's your lost piece of the year, if you're not careful. But I do like it because it's very grotesque, because as this worm Shredder moves around, he does have worms just falling off of him. It's really unpleasant. It's very much a horror movie scenario, and I always like it when horror makes its way into things that aren't necessarily, and look, Ninja Turtles absolutely has had elements of horror over the years, but I would not think of it as primarily, you know, horror in any way. but that was for sure strong elements of body horror, I would say, with the whole worm shredder thing. I can't remember if the worms had a name or not. You know, in the past, when I've done these reviews, I've gone and grabbed my comics, and I just haven't been doing it lately for one reason or another. I had too much going on, to be honest, to take the extra time to go figure out which issue it's in and what I need to show and whatever else. All right. Let's put Worm Shredder stuff over there. And yes, I will display both of these on the shelf. One, because, I mean, that's just, I do that. I don't really care about, like, oh, I've already got another version of this guy. You should see my classified shelf with, you know, the whole Tiger Force area, the Python Patrol area, different versions. You know, until I run out of space, everything stays displayed. But here, I mean, these are literally two different characters. Because this is Shredder, but this is like the worm doppelganger or whatever you want to call it. And the worms, like, it does have all of Shredder's memories and everything else, but I would categorize it as a different being. Thankfully, no toe joints. I like that. His leg is a little outside of that rubber crotch piece. We'll get that sorted out. All right, let's take a look at these one at a time. We'll put Worm Shredder back up here and zoom in on regular Shredder. Gosh, the silver on him looks really, really good. That overlay is a little... I feel like I've been seeing this more lately, where the overlay doesn't quite make it on top of the joint. It's a little frustrating. I really just cavalierly push that loincloth up. Should not be doing that. Okay, the shoulder pads are attached to the top here. He's got a great abdominal joint. It is time. I've been making the call lately. It is time to do away with the ab crunch and move to this. I cannot stand ab crunches. I have never liked them. Going back to DC Universe Classics. So I am glad to see toy manufacturers finding better ways. It's got all of that great, like, heavy ink style detailing of those Mirage comics. And I don't have any interest in the black and white versions, even though the original comics were black and white. And once I got past the first big story arc, because I read those in the colorized versions before I ever saw the original comics. But then everything after that I read in black and white. So, I mean, that's how it was to me at first. But these are figures. I want... Just like with the Universal Monsters, I want color versions of them, because that's what, like, to me, when I'm a kid and I'm reading something in black and white, I'm picturing it in color. So that's what I want the toys to be as well. So all the joints are moving nicely. I would recommend being very careful. Oh, interesting. Does that not rotate? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Nice. All right. So plastic feels good. All the joints are moving nicely. Obviously, the shoulder armor is going to give you a little bit of restriction up there, but better that than it being attached to the shoulder, like to the, you know, the arm part of the shoulder. Gosh, those blades look so good. Look at that. That's just badass. This is, as much as I love Movie Shredder, and I would say, if I had to pick one default for my Turtles, like to collect, or my favorite version even, it would probably be the movie Turtles from the first movie. And that Shredder's incredible. I think this might be the best Shredder figure that's ever been made. It's so thick and bulky. It just looks great. I don't have... I've got to run grab a turtle to compare him to. So there you go. There's your size difference. Looks great. And then this is the old Shredder buck. I bought this one just because I had to have a Shredder. I mean, it wasn't the right colors or anything, but I do like this figure a lot, but not big enough. I do miss that this one doesn't have an unmasked head, but also I wouldn't be displaying the unmasked head. This is what I want to display. So I might consider getting, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But anyway, this is just absolutely great. And I don't know if this is specifically meant to be resurrected Worm Shredder, like before he starts falling apart. And that's why he's big. Like, maybe, as I said, this is too, like, this might be real Shredder, and then this is, you know, he's bigger and bulkier, but also I think it was just different artists drawing him. He's just drawn different ways, because I'm trying to remember, was it Jim Lawson drawing by the time the Worm Shredder storyline happened? I don't know. Lots of stuff I cannot recall just off the top of my head anymore. So this figure is great. Tons of articulation, great sculpt, great colors. I mean, NECA's killing it with all of these. All these releases have been absolutely fantastic. So there is that one. He comes with the, I believe, Naginata that we've seen before. This has come with a couple of different figures before. I may or may not give it to him. I'm not sure. I do think I want some nice gesturing, like at least one hand gesturing, but I think I want his right hand. Usually I have my figures gesture with their left hands. But I think since I'm not going to have him holding anything, we're going to give him this hand. Don't you love that fresh? Yeah, I like that. Bend that elbow just a little bit. Turn the head. And then we do one of these. Nice, domineering, a little difficult. There we go. Nice domineering pose. I think that's that right there. I think that's probably the shelf pose, at least the thumbnail pose. All right, set him over there. And let's take a look at Worm Shredder, who you might think, oh, that's the same tooling, and it is not, because if you see, you can see they've gone in here and made him look like, it doesn't look like worms, but he does have all these textures in his body to make him look different. Same deal. All the parts are working like they're supposed to. Feels great. Oh, well, his head comes right off. His head is easily swappable. There we go. His crotch overlay works a little bit better because he doesn't have that loincloth piece. So this is a little, I think there's a little more to this one. So it looks like, oh, that's interesting. So that belt is a softer piece on top of where the body joins together. Doesn't seem to be a waist joint. Oh, the belt, is it part of this? So is this one built that same way? Yeah, it sure is. So these have different belt pieces, but I bet from like here down, they're the same, which is fine. I mean, that's as it should be. Shredder's pants are Shredder's pants, right? Gosh, look at those. They just look so good. So he is definitely going to be holding these swords because I think that's cool. Because he's lost the armor at this point. He's crazy, by the way, because he's made of worms. And I can't remember if it's a plot point that he doesn't know he's made of worms. I can't remember if that's a thing or not. It's been a long time since I've reread this, possibly since before my son was born, so almost 18 years ago. So I don't remember the specifics of it, but I want to say I kind of think that was part of him going mad, is realizing that he wasn't actually Oroku Saki anymore. But again, not positive. I need to reread this. I might sit down as soon as I'm done with this review. But see, the problem is, and this is what happens to me with a lot of stuff, is I'll get to something that's like this, that's part of a franchise or part of an epic story, and I'm like, well, I can't read just that part. I need to read the whole thing again. And then I just never get around to doing it. So maybe I need to go and just read this part. Ah, it's beautiful. Looks great. So there it is. The worm shredder set that comes with a perfectly good regular old shredder. A little worm. Here, let's just do a, there you go. Disgusting. One little worm. Oh, and this, by the way, is where those clones came from as well. The clone figures that they've done, which I still need the one that came in the loot crate. It's really frustrating to me that I don't have it. But there you go. Great set, great shredder. Spooky body horror, creepy weirdness shredder. Thrilled to have it. Love what NECA is doing, and honestly wonder how much more there is. I guess they've dipped into the Tales stuff now, so there's a lot more possibilities character-wise. But as far as main story components, they've really hit most of the big ones, I think. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends about needless things. And until next time, buy what you like.
Smash that like button if you like needless things.